This week's episode of Bariatric TV is sponsored by Bariatric Advantage, the most complete line of micronutrient replacements specifically designed for the weight loss surgery patient. Help support the show by ordering your Bariatric Advantage products directly from the BTV e-store. This week's show is sponsored by Celebrate Vitamins, providing the optimum level of vitamin and mineral supplementation that's tasty and affordable. Get all of your favorite Celebrate products at CelebrateVitamins.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Tony.
And I'm Linda. What's on the agenda for this week?
Happy birthday, DZF.
BTV, Marches on the Hill. Capitol Hill, that is.
Everything is freaking blurry.
The Ice Cream Man!
Ice Cream Man!
This week in the Drop Zone, we have a freak with the same birthday as us.
This week's DZF is Liz Shellhammer, or Bethy, and she was freakified on October 31st, 2008, the same day that BTV was born.
So what's Bethy's reason for being glad she had surgery? Well, she said, I'm happy that I had bypass surgery because now I can sit on my hubby's lap and not worry about crushing him.
Way to go, Beth. Now, please send us your address and phone number to feedback@bariatrictv.com so we can get some Revival soy chips headed your way.
Speaking of Revival soy chips, I stole the bag of Tony's Revival soy chips to take to lunch with me at NBC today. The honey mustard ones, they friggin' rock.
I know.
Those things are like really good.
I know.
Really good.
I know. And for the rest of you, send us your before and afters, or before and durings, or just simply your befores, as well as one sentence on why you're glad you had weight loss surgery. And you can be a Drop Zone freak too. Oh, just email it to us at feedback@bariatrictv.com.
And while you're sending us your info, we'll head on over to the dumping ground.
I don't feel good.
As most of you freaks already know, BTV recently attended the ASMBS 28th annual meeting in Orlando, Florida.
Yep, our coverage of that particular event can be found at BariatricTV.com.
Oh, right here if you're on BariatricTV.com.
Right here on our website.
Once we were done at the ASMBS, BTV hopped on a plane to Washington, D.C. as guests of the OAC for their Day on the Hill.
And, like you, when we first heard this, we were like, wow, that sounds exciting. What does it all mean?
All I can say is that we had no idea until we actually got there and were able to participate.
We've talked up the OAC a lot over these last few years, and although we knew that they were an advocacy group, we had no idea just how they actually went about it.
And even after our trip, we probably only understand about 10% of just how much the OAC does for our community. But back to the trip.
Our Day on the Hill was definitely something to remember. We were broken off into groups based on geography,
Which makes sense. You want to go visit a senator from your own district, right? Makes them sit up and take notice that you flew all the way there. Or at least that's the hope.
we had appointments with 5 different offices to discuss the OAC's agenda, which should also be the agenda for all of us.
Number one priority for the OAC is to get obesity added to the essential benefits package being developed as part of healthcare reform.
That means that obesity, as a line item, would be added to the package on par with cancer, mental health, drug treatment, that kind of stuff.
The key here is to have obesity.
Are you leaking?
Something leaking?
Are you leaking?
The key here is to have obesity specifically mentioned. Nowadays, it's as if obesity is medicine's dirty little secret. For example, do you know that if you make an appointment with your doc right now to speak about your weight, they have to code the visit to something else? There is no code for obesity for billing purposes.
So, in each of our visits with the different legislative offices, we spoke about the topic of obesity as it relates to healthcare reform.
We shared our personal stories. We chatted about the fact that insurance will treat the outcome of obesity: diabetes, cancer, hypertension, heart failure, liver disease.
But getting insurance companies to cover obesity treatment takes an act of Congress, literally.
There were 17 of us on the Hill that day, and we were able to visit 31 legislative offices.
It was the Baskin-Robbins of visiting the Hill.
It was 31 different flavors. It was definitely an experience we won't forget, and we hope that in some way our efforts helped to open the minds of the people we met to discrimination that continues to exist for those struggling with obesity.
All we can say, folks, is to get involved. Join the OAC to help them help us. It's just $20 for a yearly membership.
And as most of you know, if you join using the code BTV2011, you'll be entered in to win our contest for a chance to win the Keurig home brewing system.
If you are already a member, renew your membership now using that code. The renewal will be added at the end of your current membership.
Joining the OAC is a win-win. You get a chance to personally win an awesome device for your kitchen.
And the community wins by having more numbers added behind the OAC, which gives them more power to help us.
Come on, freaks. Pause the show and join or renew right now.
The pause button is right down there.
And when you get back, we'll try to alter your reality.
Hey freaks, we've spoken to you all about the possibility of teeth problems after weight loss surgery if you don't get the proper supplements. But what about eye problems?
Can weight loss surgery cause your vision to deteriorate?
According to Dr. Lloyd Stegeman, a bariatric surgeon in San Antonio, Texas, it can certainly contribute to some eye issues after surgery if you're not careful.
If you choose a weight loss surgery that has a malabsorptive element to it, like the RNY or the DS, you may be at risk for a vitamin A deficiency.
It's the Fonzie vitamin.
Hey.
Vitamin A. About 50% of the audience will get that. The other 50% will go, who the hell is Fonzie?
Is that like a Muppet or something?
Vitamin A is essential for vision, especially night vision. It's also essential for bone growth, reproduction, and maintenance of a strong immune response.
Vitamin A deficiencies are actually uncommon in the US these days, but due to our freakish anatomy after weight loss surgery, we are at risk.
The recommendations for vitamin A are 900 micrograms a day for men and 700 micrograms a day for women.
Vitamin A can be found in yummy foods such as liver.
Great delivery on that.
Beef, chicken, eggs, whole milk,
Carrots, mangoes, oranges, sweet potatoes,
yum, sweet potatoes,
and leafy green veggies.
Symptoms of vitamin A deficiency include decreased night vision.
Nice vision.
That's when you just see everything through bitch goggles.
Yeah.
Symptoms of vitamin A deficiency include decreased night vision, blindness,
Yikes!
dry eyes, dry skin, dry hair, itching, broken fingernails, and recurrent infections.
In Dr. Stegeman's study, the incidence of vitamin A deficiencies in an RNY patient 1 year after surgery was about 10 to 30%. It was about 50 to 60% for a de-esser.
Holy Bugs Bunny, Batman, I had no idea.
Dr. Stegeman goes on to say that unlike vitamin B12, it is possible to take too much vitamin A though. And if you're getting too much, you'll see symptoms such as gastrointestinal complaints, irritability, altered mental status, blurry vision, and weakness.
It's very important that anyone who has an RNY or a switch be diligent on taking their supplements. We have seen in past shows other complications of not being compliant. Add eye problems to that pile.
So, take your supplements, get in plenty of vitamin A rich foods, and get your blood checked regularly.
Vision problems are not something you want, especially if you can head them off at the pass by simply taking your vitamins and eating a wide variety of good foods.
Hopefully, this has altered your reality a bit so that you can continue to freak on. Remember those warm summer days of your youth? The warm summer breeze, long days in the swimming pool, that faint sound of a happy melody that could only mean one thing? Ice cream! Ice cream! The ice cream man! The ice cream man! Ice cream man! Mom!
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 Mommy!
Mom!
Hurry, Mom! He's leaving!
Ice cream! Ice cream!
For us, those long days are long gone. A large majority of us simply can't tolerate ice cream after surgery, even the sugar-free kind.
But summer is here, damn it, and we want ice cream. And luckily, we have a solution for you.
Bariatric Advantage has come out with a yummy orange cream meal replacement, and if you freeze it, you get yourself a Dreamsicle.
But not just any Dreamsicle, a full serving of a meal replacement gives you a full 27 grams of protein with only 150 to 160 calories.
With only 7 grams of carbohydrates, of which 5 grams are fiber and only 1 gram is sugar, and 1.5 grams of fat.
Of course, if you split that into 3 pops, you will need to eat them all to get those stats. Darn, I have to eat 3 Dreamsicles. Life is so hard.
The 35 serving bag is $59.95, which is about $1.70 per serving. About what you'd pay for an ice cream anyway, but this one's good for you.
Give it a try, folks. BTV gives this summer idea 2 pops up.
Well, we could give it 2 pops up, but we can't give it 2 pops up.
Because we could only get 1 out of the thing.
We can't give you 2 pops ups because of this right here.
So, we decided to buy this nifty little device here to make our popsicles for this particular episode. But what we didn't know until after we bought them and made the popsicles was it says right here, do not use sugar-free beverages, plain water, or carbonated beverages. You know why? Because they stick.
So show us how you got them out.
We got 1 out so far that we can use for the show. I still haven't gotten these out. We're engineering it.
So the suggestion would be to use the cheap plastic popsicle makers
Right,
that you can pour hot water over.
right, the ghetto popsicle makers.
Because the high-tech Zoku popsicle makers
No bueno.
suck diddly-ucks, Flanders.
Totally.
That's all we have for this week, freaks.
Y'all have a fabulous week, and we'll see you right back here next week.
And don't forget to send us your show ideas and product recommendations to feedback@bariatrictv.com or post them at the forums at bariatrictv.com/forum.
And visit us at btvstore.com to order up all your bariatric goodies.
Bye-bye.
Don't do that, makes you look like you got a turtleneck.
I do have a turtleneck.
Only when you do that. Just passing through.
Boo-boo.
Let's go get a picnic basket.